You know when people say, I wish life came with a manual? Well, this is it. Only this is my audio journal, and you and I are writing it together. My name is Pamela Mtanga, and I am your host. Cut. Now that we're well on our way, it is time for us to introduce our guest for today. I am personally excited because I'm a very big fan of this person. Now, my guest for today, his industry spans well over 11 years. He is one of the most celebrated rappers in South Africa, and I would like to think he's 30 or just less than 30, which is absolutely admirable. He is straight out of KZN, and he has collaborated with the likes of AKA, Caswinyo Vest, Davido, Major Lazer, and I think the list goes on and on and on and on and on. However, if I give off more information, I think it's just going to spoil it. It's just going to spoil it. He's a multi-award winning rapper. He's still making music. He's still going on tour, and the people love him. The kids love him. They go absolutely berserk. He's one of the first stars to make it internationally, and we were like, what is this level of stardom, especially for a South African rapper? Today, we get to speak to him on Pitstop. So I'm super excited to introduce our guest for the day, and it is none other than... Before we do that, let me actually play his song so that we all have a clue. It's so crazy to me that this is one of our first Pit Stop episodes. He's in the top 3. He is one of the most talented people to come out of South Africa, not just rappers. And I think by now we have an idea who it is. So it is my greatest pleasure to introduce my guest for today. But before I do, let's say the music so that it all makes sense. Yay! It's nice to see everybody!
What's happening? Yeah, nigga, PTSD. I was just broke.
You know what? I actually want to get into how Dalang Lobo came about. Apparently, there's a story. Let's start there.
There is actually.
Yes.
So the first Past the Aux, an event I created where basically artists come through and they play brand new music and release stuff, you know, tease the fans and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
At the very first one that I had in Durban, the kids that were there just started chanting Dalang Lobo while this
Really?
Yeah.
And then
It was the first time. It was the first
thing.
time people were just like, you know, chanting enough to actually get me to. Well, I'm not gonna say dance because I didn't really dance, but I moved.
But to move.
Yeah.
move.
They got it out of me a little bit, and I think that's what started the whole.
That's where it came about. It's so cool though. It's like super
is,
cool.
yeah.
And also,
Confidence
I think.
boost.
Right. And I see how you've been going crazy about it on social media as well. Like it's getting a challenge going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotten a crazy challenge going. A lot of people participating are just killing it. You know, some
Yeah.
videos better than mine. I'm jealous, but you know, I'm happy.
It's for the people, so it's all good. It's for the people, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Listen, I am like geeking right now. I'm excited for this interview because it's one of those where so are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. I like that. I know you're dropping new music. I know there's a lot of change in your life in the past couple of years, and I know that you are in your, pardon me, boss babe era.
You know what I mean?
You're in your boss babe area.
Yeah. Back in
And
control.
we want to talk about all of that stuff, and I'm going to start from the very beginning. It's almost over 10 years of you making music. 10 to 15 now?
It is. It's about a year and some change over now.
I know this because I mentioned earlier that I actually met you for the first time, I think 2014, 2015, and you were performing Juice Back. You didn't even have the remix at that time.
Yeah, nah.
Yes.
See, that's where it all started. That's where it all began.
100%. And tell me, like, how has your life, like, significantly changed from then until now in terms of, like, your sound, the kind of music you want to make, and your influences within the music space?
Okay, so obviously starting off, there's a lot of, like, we call it influence, right? Say I'm influenced by this rapper or I'm inspired by this guy. It's really just copy. Really, that's what it is. So in the beginning, obviously just copying my favorite rappers, you know, like taking a lot of like their styles and cadences, mushing it together to create my own thing.
Yeah.
All right, but still writing about my own personal things that were happening in life, just in my life in general.
Yeah.
You know? I think over time I've evolved into the kind of artist that can write like super relatable stuff and is not selfish with the subject matter of the song. It
Yes.
doesn't all have to be about me.
Yes,
Let it be
100%.
something that we can all relate to, so that when I go out there and perform, people sing it as if it's their own thing.
Yes.
So I've evolved into that kind of artist now. You know, I've found my sound. I don't even know what it is. People say they can't identify it. I cannot, but I know that when I go into studio, I no longer think of an approach. I don't have to go, oh, should I take the Drake approach or should I take the, you know, I just go in there and it kind of just flows.
Do your own thing. And I will say that in your most recent project, I think it's telling of that, especially the project with Lekker Beats.
Yeah.
And it was an EP, right?
Yeah.
EP, and it was so dope. But there, I think you really experimented with sound.
I did.
So many different sounds, rhythm, the collab, and I think the one that stuck out for me, because I hosted, I think Zingwala's listening session, and one of the songs that she played was, oh, we can go. Oh, is this how you move?
Yeah,
like, is this how you move? Like they
block
blocked the roads for you. Okay.
People treat me like a princess.
I told you in your boss babe era, everything. Yeah, when it comes to the type of music that you're now making, I saw through that listening session I did with Zing, I was like, Nasty C on a piano beat. What's happening here? Yeah. Tell me a bit more about why the decision to experiment with the different types of sounds in that EP, and how was it received?
So the whole idea behind it was actually the whole thing was Lekker's idea, right? So I met up with Lekker for the first time in London while I was working on my own thing, right? Okay. And it was a song that was like very, very different from the rest of the tracks on the album. It was the only house song, right?
Okay.
So we did that one, he produced that one, and we sort of just hit it off instantly. We figured, yo, let's just make some own music. He's a very versatile producer.
Yes.
He blew up making beats for like drill artists in the UK.
Yeah.
So his roots are very like in hip hop, pretty much, you know? So we hit it off, chemistry was great. Came to South Africa for a couple of months. We just started working, you know? And then before we knew it, like we had about 2-3 songs that were not hip hop. They were like leaning towards the Afro beats.
Yes, Afro beats,
Yeah, right? And the whole time I'm just thinking, all right, we're experimenting. He's gonna take the song to someone else who does this on a regular kind of thing. But then they spoke to me a little bit and they were like, yo, it'd be really dope if you did an Amapiano thing. Because think about it, a lot of people from outside of Africa recognize it as like one of the pillars of like the music industry.
Scene in South Africa.
Yeah, but then when they go to the hot playlist, which doesn't really include hip hop, they don't find you there. You know, so they were like, yeah, just experiment on this a little bit, man. Don't even think too much about it. You do what you do. Don't worry about sounding like an Amapiano artist. You just come on and rap and we'll figure it out.
But also I love the way that you wrote the beat. It felt so playful.
Yeah.
Like she's a cheese girl and the pizza.
Yeah.
Just like, okay. And I remember Casper saying that like, these days you don't think too much, just create the lyrics. They're gonna vibe with it, you know. And was that the approach as well in terms of the lyrics? Because I know you play around a lot with your lyrics.
Yeah, that was the thinking behind that. But also I can't lie, a lot of those verses on that EP heavily influenced by like KO, OK Malum Cool Cats, AKA when he reaches his vernacular bag, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. They were influenced by that. So I kind of took that same approach I did when I started off making music.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope. And then speaking of AKA, I think you're one of the last artists that he collaborated with in his album, or the last body of work he was about to put out. And the song blew up. It was absolutely insane. The song was crazy. And I think you also said, like, guys, I actually write dope lyrics, okay? And then the one time I decide just to play around, you guys make this song
give that more credit than when I write.
Yes, exactly. So how was it working with Super Mega on his last days, and what do you take away from working with such a superstar?
It was great, man. I think anytime I linked up with AKA, even when a session didn't really happen, I always felt like, it was always like a privilege to be around someone like someone with that much energy, that much knowledge when it comes to music, that much experience and all that, you know. He was a GOAT, you know what I mean? So you always felt that when you were in his presence. And that happened to be one of the only few songs that ever came out that we did together. We've done
Really?
It was
But you
done
know what
a couple
happens though when you collaborate with like someone big and you're also big.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like the music is like no.
It just
You-
doesn't make sense.
Yes, doesn't make
Clash.
sense. Or
Yeah.
also you're very pedantic about it because
Yeah.
you guys know that you're really big,
Yeah.
so people are expecting something big.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, when that happened, it was like, it was just another one of those where it's like, all right, well, I'm just doing another song for my brother, whatever. And so he sent it to me. I listened to it. I told him, yo, bro, you're gonna have to send me another option. Like, this is not my style, though. This is not my vibe at all.
Yeah.
He was like, dog, just trust me. Do what you do. Just have fun. Stop overthinking this thing. This album to me means a lot, and I need it to be by South Africans for South Africans in every way possible. So when you, I need you on this. I'm not gonna give you a track. This is it. This is all I'm giving you.
That is so cool.
I was like, damn it, man.
You feel cornered.
Yeah. So I had to chill with it for about 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. I was just like, it's hitting me, and I'm just like, dog, I haven't done it. I don't know how to do this, bro. And then one random day, I had nothing else to do, so I'm at home just recording a bunch of ideas as usual. And then yeah, I pull it up. I start like mumbling some stuff on it. The whole time I'm just vibing, you know, I got my drink and stuff. I'm just, you know, just chilling.
Yeah.
Start mumbling some stuff, and then before you knew it, that flow came up, and that whole nonchalant vibe, you know, just flowing, not really trying to prove that I can rap.
Yeah.
And then yeah, before you know it, man, the rest was
You
done.
came about.
Yeah, sent it to him. He loved it. It's history.
The rest is history. I want to talk about your passion, or rather, like, let's say interest or passion, when it comes to lifting other people up. And I say this because when we spoke to Boiti, she says you were a very heavy influence in her actually making music. You were like, Boiti, you could actually do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And to helping her with writing the music, helping her record, helping her in every aspect in order to build brand Boiti the rapper, you know? And I think Tall Rax is an extension of that. And initially, I thought Tall Rax was just a record label, just like everyone else, but now it has kind of grown into this massive thing. I want you to take me through, what is Tall Rax and what are you trying to do with it?
So Tall Rax, we just relaunched it as a distribution platform.
Oh, it's distribution. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
so
got it.
so it's really just to empower all the artists that are like, I don't want to say exclusively independent artists.
Yeah.
Because some artists who are still signed and have like a structure with the label can still use the platform for a lot of like, you know, different perks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the main thing is to empower independent artists to be able to put their music out whenever they want. Pick the regions themselves. Pick like they could get to decide when they want to withdraw their money, which is something that we don't have the privilege of doing, you know? It's so weird. Like, we have to wait for these statements from like your Apple, Spotify, or whatever.
Yes.
You can't get it on demand. You can't even get your stats on demand. You can't say, oh, I put the song out 2 days ago. How
is it doing now? Until they tell you.
They have to tell you. You have to send a request, and then you wait a little bit, and they'll send you that statement.
That's insane.
Yeah, so this is like kind of like how you would post a photo on Instagram and be able to check all the stats.
Yes.
This allows you to do that. You know, our platform allows you to do that. Withdraw the money whenever you want. Should you have to shoot a music video and you need that budget, whatever. It's a lot more flexible. It definitely takes the control and puts it right back into the artist's hands. So yeah.
Why was that important for you? Like, creating this platform, why was it important for you? Was it based on your own experience? And I hear the Spotify chat and Apple and how it takes a bit of time for you to get your insight, or there are barriers to that. Why though was it important for you to create a platform like that? And what were your experiences that led you to that?
So as I was approaching my independent whatever, I was like, yo, I'm gonna need to know what's happening with my music, and to be able to compare, you know, from when I was signed and now that I'm independent. How is things moving? What's different? What should I be doing different? You know, because obviously I can't just apply the same methods and stuff.
100%.
A lot of this stuff and the responsibilities back in my hands on my lap now. So I have to figure out how to stay clued up on everything and still be on top of my game as far as like the content that goes behind the music and whatever, And so we started just looking around at different platforms and all that kind of stuff that we were going to use. And this is like months in advance, maybe even a year and some change.
Right.
when I knew I was about to go independent, I was like, I need to prepare now.
Yeah.
So that when I get off this ship, I don't just sink. I go straight into
100%. Are you one of those people you sitting with someone in the house, you're looking at them serving you food, and you're like, you don't know, we're heading to a divorce.
Kinda. That's a bad analogy. It's a crazy example, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
But one of those where it's like, I know I'm leaving,
Yeah.
but I need to set myself up.
Yeah. So that I don't just, end up
Sink.
stranded. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of artists speak about the journey of being independent, from being a signed artist to being independent. Why did you make that decision that actually I want to be independent?
Yeah.
I know a lot of artists have shared,
Yeah.
and it sounds valid, but I think from your perspective as well,
Yeah.
I'd like to hear, why did you decide, actually, I want to go independent, especially because you being signed was just like one of the greatest things to come out of South Africa.
Yeah,
as a
I
whole.
remember.
Not
It was
just
a moment.
exactly, it was a moment for South Africa, and we hadn't seen that level of success for a South African, especially from an international perspective. So now, why do you just like decide, I'm gonna step away from this, I want to build my own thing, I want to be independent?
I think because I had now like experienced both sides of the fence. Like I knew what it was like to be independent and not get like all those different
Perks,
kinds of
yes.
perks, and the guaranteed playlist over here, guaranteed this over there, da 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 da. I knew what that was like, and then now for a solid amount of time, I knew what it was like to just have a label, take care of all that stuff, and the good and the bad that comes with that, because you do get comfortable knowing that you have this humongous team that's going to take care of everything. I just have to make the music and give it to them, so that when stuff goes wrong, you never know like who to blame. Did this song really just flop because it's a terrible song, or did these people not service it the right way? Is a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to say to my fans getting lost in translation because it's being handled by a bunch of suits, or is the message just not that important to people? You end up not knowing what's happening. So I was like, all right, I've dealt with enough of this stuff, the good and the bad. I was like, all right, I think I know enough, and I have enough hunger in me, enough passion in me, and just enough smarts to be able to do this by myself. Obviously with a team, not solo.
No, not solo, but a team that you build, and for lack of a better word, kind of control what is actually happening, because it gives you more liberty and...
Yeah, exactly. So when there's pauses and setbacks and postponing this and this and that, it's all me now.
Yes, it's not because of someone.
No one's holding back my project. If I hold it back, I hold it back for my own reasons.
Yes, and there's no politics, because I think that's another thing that happens in like big labels.
Yeah.
It's the politics.
Yeah, it's like you're an adopted kid in this house full of other kids.
Yes.
Who sometimes take priority over you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So when you're in your own house now, you get to decide what it looks like, what it feels like, and all that stuff. What?
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
I love that. Again, you're in your boss babe era. What does that look like in the future? Where do you want to take it, especially with Tall Rax? And what can we expect with with Tall Rax as a label and also as a platform?
As a platform, I really wanted to feel like your whole career is back into your own hands. I wanted to feel like, as an independent artist, you don't have to feel like, there's these elite artists who are signed and they are official, and I'm kind of like underground or unofficial because I'm not signed. I don't want it to feel like that. I don't like this whole thing of thinking about independent artists as struggling artists. That's how we've been,
label.
I'm only joining this side now, but I'm already speaking for them. Pardon me. But people always look at independent artists like that and say, oh, you're not signed? Ugh. Yeah, I might not go into this partnership with you or whatever just because you're not signed. So hopefully we can debunk that whole thing, and just make it as big as possible, obviously.
Yeah, I think my question would be, would you advise an artist to start signed to kind of build their superstardom and kind of build their reach and kind of spread their wings high and wide, and then come back and be like, okay, cool.
I wouldn't advise them to start off signing.
Okay, so go independent. Maybe
first.
Sign.
Yeah, build your community yourself.
Okay.
Understand these people. Let them understand you and your capacity.
Sure.
Not this false, this guy's a megastar. Meanwhile, things are being paid for. So you want to build them organically.
Yes.
And then now when you think you have like the single, the one, or the album or whatever.
You have some sort of leverage as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Go knock on those doors now. Say, look, this is what I'm coming with. I want this and this and that. Then you'll be able to negotiate something. Because when you start off at a label, you're kind of just saying, all right, I can make music. What can you do for me?
What can you
They're
do?
the ones that are making the offers. You don't want that. You want to be the one that makes the offer. Say, guys, I want this and this and this and that. Keep your advance. I don't want it. Instead, pay for this for me. Give me this music video. Give me this,
Okay.
you know?
But
Instead
also
of
the flashing lights, Nasty, they're really nice. I mean,
I
I
know.
go from not driving to now I am, first of all, I'm being chauffeured in a V-Class. It's just crazy.
Yeah, no. But that's the danger zone right there. When you're like a kid and you're fresh out the hood and you don't really know what's happening in the music industry, all those lights, all those things, they can really grab you just like that.
100%. I'm fully tripped out, like labels. Let's
Yeah.
go. And I'm
But
also hanging out with really big people.
Yeah, rubbing shoulders with all
Security.
these major guys. I'm here. Dog, this is amazing.
Flashing lights. Why are you trying to keep that to yourself? I'm trying to be out here.
You know, that's
the problem.
But I imagine doing a lot of that stuff early on by yourself, and now you know exactly how it works. You know exactly the pieces that need to come together for this thing to materialize. When it's time to go sign, or when you feel like signing, you know what these people are gonna have to do. So when they say we're gonna put you on this playlist, you're like, oh, I can call so and so and get on.
Yes, you've got your own
Those
contacts.
dangles that in my face, like
it's not the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
do better, do more.
Exactly. So,
Oh, I get it. I want to talk about you as a person who has kind of just like been so big in Africa, been so big all over the world. You've traveled, you've seen the greatest stars rub shoulders. You've been on Sway in the Morning. Like, how was that life? You know, I think right now we're watching the likes of Tyler. We're watching Uncle Waffles. We're watching Durban Gogo and Kamumpela at times, Focalistic. And we're like, yo, that must be
crazy.
Insane. How was that life? I really want to hear. Like, I want to hear the craziest story. Like, I walked in and Jay-Z said, "What's up?" Like, I want to hear that story.
You know, I don't know. I feel like they gave this fame to the wrong person. Those memories don't really stay in my mind.
Really?
Yeah, dude. For me, it was like, I guess at the time I was so nervous, but I was still trying to play cool and act like, you know, I'm not starstruck or whatever.
But also, you were cool already, so it was like you had something to lose. You're gonna lose your cool.
Yeah, I wasn't totally like.
Yes, you weren't. Yes, exactly. You weren't totally new, but like you must have one experience, just one.
No, of course I do. I think meeting T.I. for the first time was
Really?
insane. Yeah, him telling me that he knows my music and he knows my story. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Insane.
Yeah.
But like, what did he say? I want to hear that.
So he told me about just like when he was down here in South Africa. I think it might have been his like first time coming here to do something other than performing.
Okay.
He was here shooting that movie. I don't know if
shooting a movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Cape Town. Yeah. So that's the story he told me, where he just heard my name a bunch, heard me on the radio, He was like, "Yo, is this kid? He doesn't even sound like he's from here. What is happening?"
Yes.
So
yes.
So he only reached out when he was gone. Like, he'd already flown back.
And then he actually reached out.
So that means, you know what I mean?
That is
it stayed somewhere up there. He was like, "Yo, let me call this guy." So that was really cool.
Was that like one of those moments where you were just like, actually, I could be that guy?
I was like, "Yo, I could be him."
You're him.
I could be him, you know? Because that was, if you didn't know, the reason I started rapping in the first place. Like, my first memory of music, ever paying attention to music, was because of T.I.
That is insane. You should have given us a T.I. song.
I should have.
You should have.
Yeah,
You should have. You know what? We're gonna find it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But you're a family man as well. Through your album, I Love It Here.
Yeah.
I think you were so vulnerable in there, but also shared about your journey about becoming a father, and it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell me, how has that journey been, and what has fatherhood taught you about yourself?
Yeah. That journey's been amazing, man. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Like, I always feel like, does everyone say that? And
nah, dude, it's not even a lie. We're not even hyping this thing up. It's not like we need more parents, you know what I mean? No, it's the truth. It's the truth, man. My son, I think the biggest lesson or the biggest thing I've learned since becoming a father is patience, and I really needed that. I was a really impatient guy.
That's you. That's your people are screaming. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
patience.
Yeah, patience, man. You know, I think we underestimate how important it is in everything that you do in your daily personal life, but also just at work and stuff like that. You know, so he taught me a lot of patience, love, different kind of love that I didn't even know existed. Obviously, my relationship with my father isn't really like the sweet blah 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 blah.
Yes, he's very hard.
My dad is strict. He's,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So now that I have my own son, it's just made me so much softer. Yeah, it's insane, man. I'm just like, the words I use on a daily, I'm like, what the?
You know, when I was asking for music, I actually asked Ayanda, even if you sent me a Coco Melon song, because I know the kids run the house.
Yeah, that stuff is just stuck in my head all day.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
That is so dope.
It's the
That's
best,
so dope.
It's the best.
But like, dude, that's absolutely dope. And I think one of the journeys that I didn't expect from you, selfishly, is that I wouldn't expect you to be a dad. Something about you is just like,
Me neither.
cool, right?
Nah, me neither.
Right? And I was like, I don't want to offend you, but I didn't see you as that guy. Like,
Nah, me neither.
you struck me as a guy who just wants to be cool forever. Like,
I look like that guy, but really, I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very modest, normal guy.
yeah.
I'm not like this. Yeah, I'm a cool.
Yes.
Step, whatever.
How's that? So we've reached part of our first stop, which is the first pit stop.
Yes.
You're going to a radio station, and after that, we're going to an activation.
Mhm.
I'm excited for the activation,
Super excited.
and I worry about your safety, and because I know campus
good.
is absolutely insane,
Yeah.
but you're used to this.
I'm used
Yeah,
to it.
you're used to
I do
this.
this all the time.
We do this all the time. Why do you find campus activations to be so important for you as a person who's in the music industry, especially for your
Yeah.
kind of brand that you've built? Are
Yeah.
your fans here?
Yeah. My demographic, most of it, very saturated in like colleges and stuff. Yeah.
What happens when we graduate? Do we? Okay, what happens when we graduate? Like, do we stop becoming fans? Why do they stay in varsity?
You guys have to see me at the shows now, you know? These guys get to see me for free. I pop up, I have an announcement, you know what I mean? Yeah, because now these days it's a bit harder to get the message across just on socials alone.
That is
It
true.
just doesn't do the trick.
Also, there's just so much going on social media.
Exactly.
Everyone is popular. Everyone is coming out with a new song every single day.
Algorithm is just doing its own thing also, so even your own fans don't even see you sometimes, even if you post something.
Insane.
So it's nice to just be on the ground and see them face to face and let them know what's happening.
Yeah, I love that. And one of the things that I've been watching quite closely that have been so exciting for me to see, and for everybody else, is definitely you launching the soft challenge, I think. Where you did different jobs, from being a mechanic, from being a broadcaster, and I think there's a barber. You've literally done everything. What has been your favorite one?
My favorite one was Spa.
That is so dope.
Yeah, being a cashier at Spa.
Yeah,
that was fire.
Didn't you mess it up?
No, I didn't actually. It's actually quite simple.
Easy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like void, patience.
Yeah, all that stuff, man. So straight. I was the kindest cashier you have ever seen in your life. Yeah, I wasn't shouting at no one. I wasn't giving anyone looks.
I actually want to know, because I didn't see the reactions. Because what I love for myself is reaction.
Yeah.
Like especially when people don't realize.
Yeah.
How does that work? It's just like, hi.
I don't know. It was I think because of just like the foot traffic there in that moment, it wasn't a lot of people there.
Yes.
So the few people that were there were hearing a lot of whispering and
Yeah.
they were like, what's happening? So anyone that came to my counter or whatever, they already knew.
Was your line longer?
You know what I mean? It was. I think, my line was longer. But all the ones that were like,
tell me these chicken hearts and these chicken necks.
People buying one item just to go.
I'll do that. I'll do that. That would be
but it was cool.
That is so cool. What is your next job? What's your next job?
My next job, so I have 3 lined up. I have, I'm gonna work at a beauty parlor, which is really dope.
Are you gonna do nails?
Nails, hair, as much as I can, really.
Are you gonna lay a wig?
All of that. I'm gonna try to do everything, edges, all that shit. I'm gonna try everything. And then,
like the spa one appeals to me. I would go to a line and queue up for you to sell me something. But lay my wig, that's where I draw the line.
See, the thing is, I'm an artist. Like, I draw symmetry, all that kind of stuff. I would actually be a very... I did my first I tattooed someone for the very first time, and I nailed it. I did better than a lot of professional tattooers.
No, but we're talking about a wig.
Which should be easier, right?
No, it's not.
I don't have to draw anything. I just have to paste it.
Okay. No. Listen. Have you seen a female
With a bad wig?
With a bad wig.
I have.
People like you lay those wigs. Exactly.
That is
Exactly.
crazy.
People like
That
you.
is crazy to say. That's crazy.
Exactly. People who are so confident, like, I can do this thing.
You don't talk to me, but it's fine. I think I would do an incredible job. I'm telling you. You're going to see it. I'm going to send you that clip and just be like, I told you.
I just need the part where you actually take the picture, because I need the person who's bold enough to trust you. I need to see her.
Yeah. Also,
I need to see her.
I might end up having to use one of my own people, because I'm pretty sure no one who's paying to get their hair done is going to pick me, you know?
No, even if they're not paying.
Let me do yours.
No, no.
That would be funny.
No.
People will go crazy, dude. Imagine I give you the best one you've ever had.
Should we try it?
Yeah, we should try it.
Guys,
you'll give me like a simple one. I'll do like what's the
bob?
What's that? I don't even know. What is that?
Wrong then. Like a bob is like when it's up to here.
Oh, that
one, like the
old school one. That one.
It's not too old school, but like it's shorter and less trouble, because I think the shorter it is, the easier it is to maintain.
Okay.
Another thing that's an issue is the styling. You would have to style and just go through all of that.
I know, you curve it there at the bottom, so
yes.
It was when you cut, you don't cut like this. You hold it. Come on, I've seen the videos. I know.
Okay. You've been studying for this role.
Yes.
You've been studying. I love that. I love that. That's really dope.
I don't want to ruin someone's day.
Okay. You know what? We've reached my favorite part of the show, because we're still waiting for your people to come pick you up, right? Or what are we waiting for?
I have no idea. They call me when it's time. I have no idea.
It's hot, eh? Yeah. It's hot. Ivy Sun Tour. That's what you're working on, and that's why you are campus touring and in Porch. And I actually learned that there's some sort of app or kind of data analytics, and that is how you are very strategic in the work that you do, and that is why you're here today.
Yeah.
And hence Twirly. Is it Twirly?
Twirly, yeah.
Yes. Tell me more about that and why Porch was your campus of choice for the Ivy Sun Tour.
So the beauty behind like the Twirly structure, right?
Yeah.
What it does is it allows the artist to take the tour where the fans actually wanted it.
Oh.
You know? So what happens is you can make a request go live, and then the fans in whatever city drive up those requests. They get as many requests as possible until it hits a point where you're like, okay, cool, this is a safe
hot
enough.
spot.
Yeah, it's a safe bet now. I can actually put my money behind it, and I can definitely bring the tour there. You know, 100%. So that's how this works. So Porsche wasn't even like a random thing. It wasn't me going, oh, let me go.
Porsche, yes.
Porsche was like, no, we want it.
I love that. You know what? I need to get your energy up, because I know you're about to perform.
Yeah.
So let's get your song.
Let's do it.
Let's get your song.
Okay.
This is one shot. You know how one shot works? You have one shot to sing the song bar for bar. No mistakes.
I bet you down.
Okay, here's a mic.
Nigga, you can't get lost soon as I can get strapped, man. Hey. You fucking on the right one.
Listen to the camera.
Shit, all set, coin in, out yet. It too long, clear. You know you ain't like that. Hey, oh, mafia, can't believe it, all that. Automatic, long clear. You know you ain't about that. But listen, so you heard what I said, ho, nigga. But know that I be going for the said, ho, nigga. Try to cross the line, be a dead ho, nigga. Give a damn if you wear blue and red, ho, nigga. Listen, I ain't really much for the combo. I'm finna bring drum to your front door. R.P. Nando. Shout out to Fernando, who get the key to me here underlay pronto. Turn up to the night. What? Fucking little mama, right? Yeah, diamonds like a night.
You pass the mic check. SEC passes the mic check.
Come on.
That is so dope. Like that, Steve, we want to let you go, because the campus is so ready for you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this energy in a while.
It's electric.
How do you maintain this energy? How do you maintain this energy for brands? Why do brands still want to work with you? Why do your fans still want to see you like this in this setting? I'm literally like, how are you going to do this?
I'm passionate about this and these people, and I think, the energy is reciprocated, so it just works perfectly.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
I've officially reached my pitch stop.
Okay. There's even a mascot here. Oh, you're waiting still.
By the way, fun fact.
Yeah.
That mascot is a cartoon that I designed.
Really?
That's
You're also into gaming and all of that stuff. Tell me a bit more about that.
So I started drawing these like like creating random characters, right? And they all look like they're from different universes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I had a collection of them, so when it was time to do Strings and Bling, the album cover, it was still physical CDs back in the day.
Yes,
remember? So there was a pamphlet, and I was like, what am I gonna put on the pamphlet? I don't want to do another photo shoot, like, you know, I don't want to keep the same.
Yes.
Photo. So I was like, oh, let's take these characters and kind of just line them up.
That
we
is so
lined them
dope.
up.
And then
and
but
then we looked
also,
at them
like-
and we were like, yo, this deserves a series.
okay, yeah. Okay, so it deserves a series,
Yeah, so
and
now I'm
then
working on like an animation series.
that is so dope. You know, this is why we've got all the exclusives. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do with it? Like, what's the storyline, and why do you want to? Where are you taking it?
I don't know where the story is gonna go right now
Yeah.
as it is. I'm gonna get professional writers to help me write it, but I
Insane.
know that I want a bit of the reason behind why I drew them in the first place to be there, somewhere there. You know, I drew them because I'm a person who has so many different layers, right? And people get to see like 2, 3, maybe 4 layers, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what setting I'm in. But all these other different sides of me need to come out in one way or another. So this is the best way. All these characters that I draw, give them their own life, give them their own character traits and all that kind of stuff.
That is insane. That's so
And then
dope.
become, it's so crazy
Do
walking
you
side
see
by
it?
side with my
your
cartoon.
character?
It's crazy.
But
yeah.
also, it's almost is it not like Chucky, where Chucky comes alive?
It kind of is like, it can get creepy a little bit.
It can.
Where it's like, whoa.
It can.
But it's
Oh, I'm so
fun.
excited.
Take it from park to drive, take off like a lift. My exes can't come back to me cause I'm not where they left me. My bitch just gave me a baby, I'm watching her breast. All my praises go to the most high cause he blessed me. I can't take my bitch nowhere, she be trying to undress me. I can't take my goon nowhere.
The other side. Oh my God. Other side. Just come here. Come from here. Dude, how does it feel to be this famous? It's cool. You got gifts as well. I actually almost suggested that Nasty C drives us because he is occupying so many jobs, and I thought he would be a perfect Uber driver.
Driver for the day.
Yes.
I want to do checkers 60.
I
have to. I do. You imagine?
No, seatbelt.
You go out to go get your food or whatever.
No, imagine. And also, Nasty C is bitten your chicken.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that one past you.
Yeah, I would do it just to see how much they love me, you know?
Oh,
See if I
wow.
would get a pass or whatever.
That is insane. But also, like, dude, I think for me, fame, that is so crazy. Like, just being on that stage, like, does it ever get old?
Nah, it doesn't get old.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old.
Yeah, especially I think at this level, everyone is singing your song and you can barely have a word out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Everyone is just screaming and just like trying to vibe with you.
You know, I think now because I have a lot more confidence than when I started, you know, obviously, I get to actually be present in the moment.
Yeah.
See, when it all started, I wasn't
Nervous,
really there.
yeah.
I was so nervous. I wasn't actually
Yeah,
there.
for sure. And you're trying to get through the lyrics, through the songs, and trying to finish.
And
Yeah.
look cool and all of that stuff.
Yes.
But now it's just like when I'm up there, I can just soak it all in.
So
It's
beautiful,
so
yeah.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. So I was saying, Miley Cyrus once said that one of her biggest fears, or one of the things that she got quite a lot, was the fact that she had a platinum song, a big song rather, in Party in the USA.
Yeah.
And people always ask, would you ever get a song as big as that? And she was like, it's never going to happen and it's okay. And then she got Flowers.
Yeah.
And Flowers was 7-time platinum. It debuted at #1 in the Billboard Hot 100.
Sheesh.
And I wondered the same thing for you when it comes to Send Me Away.
Yeah. Like,
Do you ever have that fear, and do you
of like not topping it or whatever?
topping it? Yeah. And I saw it on YouTube, 63 million views. That's crazy.
No, man. Last time I
Yes.
checked, it was in the 20s.
No,
In the
63
60s?
million.
That's crazy.
63 million views, and I was like, I get it. I've seen it.
I mean,
And even in the way that you perform it and your people perform it, I get it. Yeah.
it's just, it's my favorite song by far.
Really?
Yeah. What? I don't even perform it really.
I was about to say, you don't even perform
Yeah, I
it.
don't,
You
I
don't
don't.
get to perform it.
Yeah, that fear does come every now and then. I have to be honest, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do feel like, that might have been the biggest one,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't let that discourage me or determine how I approach studio.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm not trying to make another SMA. I never do. You know? I'm
Yeah.
very blessed to have one. You know, hopefully I get more. But yeah, it's not a thing that stays at the top of my mind. I didn't even know what number it was on.
Yeah, that is insane. But that's a good thing because, and I think just like Miley Cyrus, I think you share the same sentiments that it's okay if I never get it again.
Yeah.
You know, it was that moment and
Yeah,
it was beautiful. And it still is because you still get to perform it.
Yeah, man. You know, I've had an incredible career, man. I can't complain about none of the stuff.
What is your number one career highlight?
Number one career highlight?
Like number one.
Yeah, number one has to be the whole T.I. thing, because
Idol.
He's the reason I started making music. Now he's a fan of mine. We've met, we've built a relationship. I could call this guy right now. His son is also a friend of mine now. I built a relationship with his son. I brought him here to South Africa for a tour. He was here for about a month. You know what I mean?
Insane.
I went to Atlanta to do a launch for my album. And T.I. basically lent me his venue. It's just like, yeah, use my trap house. The legendary Trap House Museum. It was just like, yeah, do it here. So that's crazy. That's just like,
that's
insane.
crazy for me to even listen to.
Yeah, it's insane. It didn't feel real.
Yeah.
That's my biggest highlight for sure.
Yeah, I think I think that one of the craziest things that you've mentioned with regards to this question is the fact that you can call him up anytime and you say, yeah, use my venue. It's like whatever, like it's all good, let's go.
That's insane. When I used to speak about like making songs with him one day, people would call me crazy and they were just like, that's cute, whatever.
Now look at me now.
And all it took was like hard work, patience, and just keeping my head down and focusing. You know?
Yes.
That's crazy to think about.
That is insane. Who are you yet to meet?
Lil Wayne. I haven't met Wayne yet. I want to meet Thug. I want to meet. There's a lot of people I wanted to meet before in the past, but now I'm not so crazy.
You're not so crazy about it because you're about your business. You're about your business right now.
Yeah. Also, just I've met a lot of people that I idolized before, and when I met them, you know, it's the whole don't meet your idols thing. Never meet.
Oh yes, but I think with T.I.
Yeah,
thank goodness you did.
What? Above and beyond. Yeah.
Above and beyond.
He exceeded my expectations.
He exceeded. And he's still in your life right now.
Hell yeah.
In fact, like the fact that he reached out to you first, just...
That alone.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to stand outside and catch my breath. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, when he called, because I'm thinking, yo, who's this calling me? But it's a US number. I'm like, let me just troll them. I'm in studio. I'm like,
oh, damn.
Just troll them. I pick it up and it's like, yo, it's King. I'm like, who's King?
Who's King?
You know what I mean? And then he starts going. He's like, yo, I was just in South Africa, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, yo. That is crazy. And I had to call my big brother, who was my manager.
Yes.
I had to step outside. I called him. I was like, yo, you will not believe what just happened.
Who just called me right now?
I couldn't sleep that night.
Oh. Excuse me, I got precious cargo in the car. Yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep that night.
No, it's insane. But also, didn't you have a thing with Jay-Z as well, where he reached out and you...
Yeah, but I didn't speak with him. I spoke to, is it his cousin or business partner? I don't know, something like that. Yeah, but I spoke to him. He was like, yo, Jay said da-da-da-da-da.
And you're like, who's Jay?
Yeah, I didn't believe it for a little bit. I think if I believed it 1,000%, I wouldn't have tweeted it or nothing. I would have been like, oh shit, this is precious.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but I was like,
what are the chances?
I was like, even if it's fake, at least, you know, I flexed about it.
They're your people.
Yeah.
Here's your next job.
Yeah.
Here's your next job.
That's my colleague right there.
Dude, I wanted to actually take you back when it comes to music, but I struggled to find the song that was going to take you like way, way, way back. So I had to settle for this one. Okay. But the song that I was looking for was actually
Please don't let it be in it. Oh my God, it's my own song, dog.
I actually wanted to find that song and play it for you. How would that have felt?
I cringe when I listen to my own shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wenzelma 1-2, she's so perfect.
My
Oh, wait. Looking like a mixture of DuPont and the Pro Twerkers.
Oh my God.
Who were you daydreaming about?
All of
that she looks like a mixture of DuPont and the Pro Twerkers.
My imagination was just running wild.
You know, I actually wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into trouble because of your song lyrics? Because, especially when it comes to relationships.
Oh, like
You get
with the person I'm seeing.
you the person that you're with, and then they get home, you're like, oh, so you said you did what? Because
doesn't-
when I listened to the music, and I was just like,
Yeah.
hey,
Very-
there's a lot going on, hey.
Yeah. Nah, I used to be like that. I used to just say anything really.
But
I
you never
don't do
didn't
that kind of
really
stuff.
live it.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
no,
a lot
you
of
did
it,
live it.
it was all very exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
okay,
mean?
okay.
It was all very exaggerated.
It's like
Some of the
rappers.
stuff you say because you know it can be possible, just like that.
Oh, but also it can
Doesn't
be
necessarily-
catchy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Also, doesn't necessarily mean that you've actually done that thing. It's just like, yeah, I can do it if I wanted to. Like,
oh damn, I get
the
it.
whole thing of take your wife, blah 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 blah.
Yes, yes.
We're not out here taking people's wives like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
not happening.
Okay, I get it. So it's a thing of, I think Roddy Rich goes, all these niggas rap about it, I live it.
Yeah.
So he's like, I live it. Like,
Yeah,
these
some
niggas just-
of them live it. I don't want to
Yeah.
live it.
No,
Okay.
he's talking about gangsterism and stuff like
Okay,
that. So
yeah.
it's the same kind of thinking where like it's actually could not be true.
Yeah, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
You see,
Let's go into the music. This is my one last song to take you a bit back.
I'm so scared. Man, you should hate. Okay, let's off.
Look into a mirror, nigga, rate yourself. I see it. Look at the shit that we doing. Motivate yourself. Brace yourself. I done got my motherfucking juice back. I done got my motherfucking juice back. I done got my juice. I done got my juice back.
No one alive. When you perform it and you go,
Juice back.
get
My favorite part.
Get juice.
Motherfucking juice.
Get juice.
Yeah, people love that.
Okay, juice. Where my juice? When I got robbed, where were you at? Don't look to my face like where my juice at? Made a couple calls, I got my juice back. Yes, I got the juice like whoa. Looking for a young boy, say that I gon' make that booty move like whoa. Bad bitch in designer, yeah, she Gucci head to toe. I hit it once again, now she don't wanna let me go. And she already know. Say, I got the juice. I make it juicy for you. Yeah, you can come with a friend. I make it juicy for you. We don't give no attention to no hitter. Nigga, you listen, I'm bitter. Come on, you lit. Drama, let's see you with it. Yeah. Man,
This is also crazy.
It was because you just came out.
Yeah,
You had just came out and now you've got this mega feature.
Yeah, and I wasn't even planning on making a remix. These people just reached out in the DMs. Twitter was the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they reached out on Twitter. I already kind of had a pre-existing relationship with Cass,
Yes.
but I didn't really have a relationship with David. Though. He just reached out on Twitter. He was just like, "Yo, send me this beat. Send me an open verse." I was like, "What? No question." Did it? Send it
Let's
to him.
go.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people don't know this, but he actually paid for the music video. I didn't have the money for a music video.
Oh damn! Especially because you just started out
Just,
and
you
your
know.
song just blew
I
out.
wasn't even living in Joburg at the time. I would come up for like a weekend and have to go back home. You know? And he was just like, "Nah, let's do it."
Oh, that is so
Yeah,
dope.
put up the budget. It was great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also around the same time, MT came out and
Yeah, we had like
yeah, there was a
Yeah,
rivalry in
yeah.
terms of like because he came out with what was
Roll
the
Up.
song? Roll Up,
Yeah.
and then he had WizKid and AKA.
right, and I
Because
had like
everyone else was beefing.
it was like very symmetrical. It was weird, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was dope. It was a moment, man.
It was a moment. Yeah,
Oh,
for sure. And like, how is your relationship with MT been since? Because I feel
Oh,
like,
since we're like this.
right?
that's
Because
my
I feel like your beef was cooked in the public because everyone else in the songs was beefing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and him have always been tight. We've always been
Yeah.
cool. It's all love and respect. Like we're not the type to call each other and speak.
Yes.
hang out. I don't like to hang out personally with anyone, and neither does he. So that's
Yeah.
perfect. You know? It's like
Perfect. We
yeah,
know we cool.
we go months without speaking, but we know.
We
like
know
this.
we
You know what
cool.
I mean? If he needs anything, he just picks up the phone, calls, I do it, and vice versa.
And what will your legacy be as Nasty C?
Oh, days. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I don't care when I say I don't care, but I don't care. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you want to take away from it, because you're gonna keep on creating your art and doing what you do.
Right, exactly. I plan to enjoy it and live it to the fullest while I'm alive. And
Yeah.
when I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm gone. Like, what's the? if people continue to think about me and praise me and sing my songs, that's lovely. That's great because in a practical way, that feeds my family, right?
100%.
Because it keeps that, that value, that monetary value. But like as far as like me thinking about, oh, I want people to think about this. Dead, I'm gone. Let me rest. You know what I mean?
Rest.
Yeah, let me rest,
Thank you
man.
so much. Now we've officially reached our pit stop. And you're dropping a new album as well, because this is coming out in September. So you're dropping a new album
In September.
Yeah. What can we expect? Is it going to be exciting?
Album is definitely exciting. My first independent release.
Oh, congrats! Congrats!
I'm super excited. Yeah, man, I'm free. I'm massa now, nigga.
Oh, all the best with the rollout. I cannot wait to see how that pans out.
Thank you.
We're gonna install that wig, and we're gonna, we're gonna install that
promise?
wig. I promise.
I'm not fucking about here. I'm being serious.
We're gonna install that wig,
Yeah.
slay that wig, make sure my edge is laid.
Yes, all of it.
Yeah.
Got the Gorilla Glue and all that.
Oh, yeah, imagine. That might be the last hairstyle I have if you use Gorilla Glue. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's it. What's your name? Oh, yeah. It's cool.